Good evening, my name is Brian O'Hara, B-R-I-A-N-O''H-A-R-A. I am the Minneapolis Police Chief. A 7-year veteran of the Minneapolis Police was shot in the line of duty tonight. However, I am thankful to report that by the grace of God, he is alive, awake, and talking at North Memorial Medical Center. This incident underscores the incredible courage, bravery, and truly the restraint of our officers as they face incredible challenges today, putting their lives on the line to protect strangers. And I'm thankful to report that despite a police officer being shot by automatic gunfire, with the help of other officers and with the help of deputies from the Hennepin County Sheriff's Office, we were able to take 4 suspects into custody and recover at least 1 gun from this incident, with anyone else being seriously injured. At 7:58 tonight, a white Chevy Equinox was observed by the MPD in the area of a robbery that had just occurred at 36th Avenue North and Queen Avenue North. Officers from the 4th Precinct, wearing full uniform and in a fully marked squad car, attempted to conduct a motor vehicle stop of that vehicle at 33rd Avenue North and Oliver Avenue North. That car had a cops alert that had been issued yesterday by the Brooklyn Park Police for fleeing from those police officers. The vehicle initially pulled over and then shortly thereafter fled from our officers in the 4th Precinct. About an hour later, at 9:12 p.m., an officer in full uniform, however driving an unmarked and unconventional vehicle, observed that same car in the area of Dowling Avenue North and Morgan Avenue North. That officer followed behind that vehicle for about a mile. Trailing that vehicle, he believed undetected, while he was calling for help for additional officers. At 9:16 p.m., in the area of on the 4300 block of Colfax Avenue North, that officer that had been following in the unmarked, unconventional vehicle was ambushed. There was at least 14 rounds fired of automatic gunfire at the officer as he was driving by in the unconventional vehicle. That officer was shot in the shoulder, in the back of his shoulder. That officer then drove west on Weber Parkway to Fremont Avenue North, where backup officers then took him from that car and transported him to North Memorial Medical Center. The officer that was shot is a 7-year veteran of the MPD, and he is currently assigned to the 4th Precinct Community Response Team. He is in stable condition. In the area of Lyndale Avenue North and 42nd Avenue North, shortly after the shots were fired, backup officers located that same Chevy Equinox that had just been followed by the officer who was shot. Several responding squads then began following that Equinox and attempted to conduct a motor vehicle stop in the area of 35th Avenue North and Emerson Avenue North. When they attempted to pull that vehicle over, a vehicle pursuit then began. That pursuit continued with the assistance of Hennepin County Sheriff's deputies, and it was pursued to 21st Avenue North and Upton Avenue North. At that location, the vehicle fleeing police crashed into a parked vehicle. There were no civilian injuries at that crash site. 2 adult males, 1 adult female, and 1 juvenile male were apprehended. One adult male was bit by a Hennepin County Sheriff's canine during the apprehension. 3 males were transported to the hospital for minor injuries, 1 being from the dog bite, 2 others being non-life-threatening injuries. Again, this incident underscores both the incredible challenges that we still face with the amount of gun violence that is in this city, but also the professionalism and the restraint of all of our officers and the Hennepin County Sheriff's officers. Again, we are thankful to God that this officer is still alive to be with us after this incident. Are there any questions about this?
Where was the officer hit?
The officer was hit in his shoulder, but in the back of his shoulder.
Chief, what do you mean by an unconventional unmarked vehicle?
So something that would not normally be a police vehicle, something that a person would typically see driving down the street and not suspect it as being a police vehicle. Okay. Yep. So no markings on it, nothing that you might think it would be a police vehicle. A car that's not normally used as like a marked squad car.
Is there
That vehicle was struck at least 6 times by gunfire. We have at least 14 casings that we recovered in the roadway. And from the shot spotter detection, from the audio, we know it was automatic gunfire.
So the other car behind here with the lights on, the silver Chevy, that has nothing to do with it?
No, the suspect vehicle was not recovered here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
How many, do you know how many of the suspects that were later apprehended were suspected to be part of the ambush?
That is under investigation. However, you know, that car was picked up on Lyndale Avenue and I gave the location. Lyndale Avenue and 42nd Avenue North, which is very close to the 4300 block where the shooting occurred. However, you know, that all remains under investigation. We have at least one gun recovered right now. We're going to be applying for a warrant to search the car. So we are not ruling anything out at this time.
So he was following the suspect vehicle, did the vehicle stop and somebody get out and shoot at him? Or?
I don't have information that I can release on that at this time. I can tell you that a shooting occurred at the 4300 block of Colfax Avenue North, and the officer was shot while he was driving by. And shortly thereafter, that vehicle that he was just following was picked up again and pursued.
Can't say, sorry.
NPR on the radio asking if the juvenile was injured. One of the 3 males.
Yes, so there were 2 adult males and 1 juvenile male, and all 3 of the males were transported to the hospital. And all 3 have non-life-threatening injuries. Yeah.
Get that?
Chief, is there any way you can clarify whether the officer was ambushed, thought to be by someone in the street, like standing in the street, or from a vehicle?
We suspect the officer was ambushed by someone in connection with the vehicle he was following. Beyond that, the rest remains under investigation.
Chief, can you also address the 5-person shooting that we had?
Sure.
in South Minneapolis?
Yes. So at 10:15 p.m., the MPD responded to a shooting in the area of the 2200 block of 16th Avenue South in the confines of the 3rd Precinct. 1 male victim was found dead on arrival, and 4 other adult victims were transported to the hospital, 2 males and 2 females. 1 victim was transported to Abbott, 1 victim to North Memorial, and 2 victims to HCMC. All 4 of the victims that were transported to the hospital have non-life-threatening injuries. All of these victims were in a backyard at that location when a shooting occurred. And we believe the suspects are 2 males that are either Native or Latino, and they ran north through the alleyway from the north through the alleyway from 22nd Street East. Sorry.
So we don't know if they were the assailant was known to those 4 people in the backyard? Or?
I don't have that information at this time. Yeah.
They weren't apprehended, or they were?
We have no suspects in custody. 2 males ran from the scene through the alleyway.
Was that eyewitness account, or was that
I don't have that information.
Somebody said it could have been a shotgun.
I don't have that information. No. I've been up here.
Oh, no, I
all
understand.
night,
I
yep.
understand.
Chief, have you had a chance to visit the officer? who
Yes,
was
I have.
at the memorial?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
how were they?
You know, the officer, I would say, is in shock. And I'm just, again, looking at the car, listening to the gunfire, it is truly a blessing that he is still here with us. And just if you know that particular block, the way it's set up, there's sort of a hill crest and a grade on a curve. And quite frankly, it's a perfect area for someone to be ambushed. You wouldn't see it coming.
Were the bullet holes through the windshield, or?
We have at least 6 defects. So there's some that are on the driver's side of the car, but also through the rear window and on the rear of the vehicle.
The entranceway, where the bullets came through, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, 7-year veteran, he's around 30 years old, roughly?
I don't have his age.
Okay.
Yeah. I know him. I don't know
No,
how
I
old he is.
understand. I
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Thank you very much
Thank
for your
you.
patience tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let me grab that mic.